can our thank you for starting the recording.
I'm recording it.
Okay, so with great excitement, can our club president, Crystal Chin, give the opening speech?
Okay. Thank you very much, Wendy. A big warm welcome to everyone to Venus Toastmasters and all ladies club in District 51 for Toastmasters. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guests, Su Ling from Distinguished Toastmasters. Su Ling, we have Venice from Quayside Toastmasters. We have Naza from Petronas. And we have our guests as well. We have Huan Yen, Glenda, Fion, and I believe Sylvia just joined us as well. So a big warm welcome to Venus Toastmasters. And of course, not forgetting our fellow members, Venus members, or I will call my lady families. I say, all of you, a big warm welcome to this euphoric meeting. I hope you're all excited and all in euphoria right now. As the word of the day, let me just go above my head, euphoric. So I'll let the grandparent tell you what it's all about today. So as you can see, today's theme is what we call a musical feast. So I hope, being me, a person who has literally tone deaf, I'm sorry, my tone is, I cannot do the do, re, mi, fa, so totally out of tune. But I hope you get a musical feast, a feast of years to all the speeches today, and of course, the evaluation. And I would like to invite you also as well. Later you'll see my most exciting time, where it gives me the best heart-pounding time, the table topics. So we have our table topics master. It's all in 1 to 2 minutes. You need to express and convey the message. So we'd like to invite all of you to have a great time, a euphoric time today. Have a good time. Let's party. I say for the next 2 hours, these Toastmasters. Welcome once again, everyone. And back to our TOE. Let me introduce our TOE for a day, our Toastmasters of the evening, or you can say the MC or the DJ for the day. We have Michelle Ma. Michelle, over to you.
Thank you, Crystal, our president. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen here, fellow Toastmaster, and our honorable guests. Okay, my name is Michelle, and it's my privilege to be your Toastmaster of the evening. The theme for tonight's club meeting is the musical feast. So we have a lot of composer of communication tonight to spark up our euphoric meeting. So welcome to what promised to be not just a euphoric meeting, but a full course sensory experience that we have appropriately titled it the musical feast. To me, music actually connects people around. Lately, I'm actually into Malay song because I have been with a Malay company. And for me to get more engaged with my team and my fellow colleagues, I learned to sing a lot of Malay song during the karaoke session with them. And it really opens up their mind that, oh, I didn't expect you can sing so well in Malay song. Yeah, so that's where music can really connect people and make people bond faster in the same language. Okay, now, without further ado, let's begin the meeting. Okay, now there are some guests with us tonight. So let me introduce to you what Toastmaster is all about and what we're going to do in the next 2 hours. Let me introduce you to Toastmaster International. Thanks, Wendy. Okay. This is the history of Toastmaster. Toastmaster International was founded by Dr. Raffles Midley in 1924 in Santa, California. And his aim for the club is to effort, practice, and training in the art of public speaking and presiding over meetings as well. So improving social skills and also good fellowship among the members. So if you can see, we are actually already 100 years old as in Toastmaster International. And we are actually in 148 countries. And currently we have about 8 million members in our platform. Fast forward to today, as in we are all over the world. And it's good that the members are now learning to prepare and deliver their speech, respond to impromptu questions later, and also give and receive constructive feedback. Next slide, Wendy. Okay, so in Venus, what's so special about Venus Toastmaster Club? If you can see, our club definitely is special because we actually have a yearly bonding trip out, which is not from the online platform, but going out and bond and engage with each other to understand each other's goal and objective in Toastmaster more in depth. If you can see, the last meeting that we were having is actually at Koping, and we are all having fun, and yet we are still conducting our Toastmasters event and activities, but in an outdoor setting, not just only being in the platform of online meeting, but we also have hybrid as well, so that this will actually try to elevate the way of we speaking in a safety platform, which is online. At the same time, we also want it to be outside so that you have both experience. And also, Venus is proudly to achieve the President Distinguished Club for many years already since it's incorporated. And not just President Distinguished Club, but we also have 3 times early President Distinguished Club. So you can imagine our Venus Toastmaster are very gung-ho about this so-called the recognition that we had, because it makes us more empowered and it makes us recognize in our own Toastmaster Club. Move on. Our club mission. Our club mission is to provide supportive and positive learning experience where the members are actually empowered to develop communication, leadership skills, and also have a greater self-confidence and personal growth. This is our mission for our club. And so besides that, we are also helping each other in the members. And also, if you can see tonight, for the newly joined, newly honored guests, we have a lot of veterans that we are being invited to join our meeting tonight to provide valuable and insightful feedback even after you have speak. Move on. Okay, so how does it work? Toastmaster Club meeting, usually we will have 3 criteria. Firstly, we will have a prepared speech, and we will have a prepared speech that has guidance in terms of the pathway that you have chosen and what do you need to do to guide you through your prepared speech to make you more organized. At the same time, we also have impromptu speech like table topic, which will be conducted at a later stage, and you will see how we do that. And of course, it just doesn't stop at impromptu and prepared. There will be someone which is seasonal to evaluate your speech for both prepared and also impromptu. That's the beauty of Toastmaster. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to invite our GE with her technical team, Suling, and to introduce you to the team. Suling, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Michelle. Yes, I am Suling, and I'm here from DJM Toastmasters Club, which is an advanced club, which our meetings are slightly different from the normal meeting. I'd like to thank June for inviting me to be the GE, and with a warm welcome. I'm sure I'm going to feel euphoric throughout the whole meeting tonight. And my role as a general evaluator, that's what it says, general. So I will be evaluating the whole meeting generally. And I'm also supported by a team of evaluators as well as technical role players. And at the end of the meeting, I shall give a report of what I have witnessed and provide some feedback for Venus Toastmasters Club to soar higher. Over back to you, Toastmaster Evening. Quite the timer as well to. Am I the one to?
Yeah,
call
you are
upon
the one
timer?
serving. Yeah, correct. You're the one introducing them.
Oh, okay. Let me get on my agenda. So I would like to invite the timer who is
Mei Hong.
Mei Hong. Toastmaster Mei Hong, to explain your role as a timer.
Thank
Toastmaster
you,
Mei Hong?
Madam G. Yeah. Can you hear me, right?
Yes, can.
Okay. Thank you, Madam G. So, as a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red card, which designate specific time remaining. So, in the end, I will give my timer reports. Thank you. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you, Mei Hong. And next, I would like to invite the grammarian, June. June, can you please specify your role as a grammarian? June, I can't hear you. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was too excited. All right. Hi, everyone. I am the grammarian. It is my responsibility to pay attention to all speakers, listening carefully on your language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, codes, or saying or thoughts. And as a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce you the word of the day, which is euphonic. So let me read out what is the definition of this word. It marks a feeling of great happiness and excitement. So it is another level of using the words happiness, but it is actually more extreme, more intense. And the example can be, the first one is the music at the concert was so uplifting that it left me feeling euphoric for the rest of the evening. Second example, after hearing an excellent news, a wave of euphoric relief washed over her, making all her past worries seem trivial. So I encourage everyone to use the words, and I need your hand or maybe emoji to actually give encouragement if you hear our speaker or anyone use these words later in the meeting. So with that, I will also want to remind you that I will come up later, perhaps later when the G will call up for me to present my grammarian report. Back to you, distinguished Toastmasters Su Ling.
Thank you, June. Next, I would like to call upon the R counter, Toastmaster Zelzen.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters guests. I'm Xiaojun, the counter. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a force filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen to overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen to filler sounds, including I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of that each speaker use these expressions. Thank you. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you. And now we have introduced all the technical role players. I'd like to pass the floor over back to our Toastmaster evening, Michelle. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmasters Blaine. I would like to invite the evaluator of Camille, which is Evan, to read the speech purpose. And I would also like to emphasize to ensure that the speaker also pin the timer to take the whole of your speech timing. Evan, over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Madam TOE and also Madam GE. So tonight, we are welcoming our new member, Camille Ma, to deliver her very first ice-breaking speech. So for the benefits of guests, what is ice-breaking speech? That means this person is delivering her very first speech on this public speaking platform. I'd like to invite Camille Ma, and her topic today is From Listener to Voice. From listener to voice under the pathway of persuasive influence. Now, Camille, the purpose of this project is for you to introduce yourself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. You have 4 to 6 minutes. Over to you.
So, have you ever noticed that in a room full of voices, the quietest person is often the one who sees the most? In my work as a product manager, I spend my days listening to users, to teams, to data, trying to understand what people really need, even when they don't say it directly. Maybe that's why, even outside of work, I often find myself doing the same, listening quietly, and then observing deeply, trying to make sense of people, the world, and myself. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and friends. If you have ever met me before today, you might notice I'm often the quiet one in the room, the one who smiles, listens, and not more than they speak. I've always believed that listening is a form of love. It's how I connect with others and how I understand the world. But as I grew older, I started to wonder, if I'm always listening to others, who is listening to me? When I was younger, I was shy, not because I didn't have things to say, but because I was afraid of what people might think. I worried that my words wouldn't sound smart enough, or that people might not understand the way I see the world, so I chose to stay quiet. It felt safer that way, to smile, to nod, to let others feel the silence. But being quiet doesn't mean we don't feel deeply, but in fact, I think we often feel too much. That's probably why I found myself drawn to psychology. I wanted to understand human behavior, not just others, but my own. I began reading about emotion, resilience, and a method called solution-focused coaching, which taught me one powerful lesson. We don't need to fix the past. We just need to focus on what's working and do more of it. It was a simple idea, but it changed how I see life. Instead of trying to be someone I wasn't, I began asking myself, what if the way I am, calm, quiet, thoughtful, isn't a weakness, but a strength? Maybe there are many people who feel the same. People who listen deeply, love quietly, and yet carry oceans inside them. Outside of work, I find peace in the simplest things, like sipping coffee in a raining afternoon, doing yoga, or being surrounded by green. Nature grounds me. There is something euphoric about standing beneath all trees, feeling the wind brush against the skin, and realize how small yet whole you are in that moment. That quiet joy, that deep sense of aliveness, it's where I reconnect with myself. And yes, I also love Pilates. Even though every class I feel like both a physical and emotional battle, I'm often halfway through the session thinking, why am I doing this here today? But each time when I finish, exhausted and shaky, I feel proud. Because even in struggle, I see growth. And that to me is another kind of strength. Over the years, friends have told me, Camille, you are easy to talk to. You make people feel accepted. And I think that's the beauty of being a listener. When you really listen without judgment, you give people the space to be themselves. But lately, I've realized that maybe it's time I learn to do the same, to give myself the same permission. There was one moment that made this clear to me. I was in a small group of discussion, and we are asked to share something personal. And when it was my turn, my voice trembled, my heart raced. But I spoke anyway, and when I finished, someone said, Camille, your voice is soft, but it stays with people. I think that moment was euphoric, not because I was perfect, but because I have finally spoken as myself. And that's what brings me here today to Toastmaster. To continue how to express what is inside, to turn my thought into words and my smile into voice. Because I believe communication isn't just about talking, it's about connection, courage, and authenticity. So if you have ever found yourself holding back, thinking your voice doesn't matter, I hope these words of mine resonate with you. Even a quiet voice can make a lasting echo. So here am I, still learning, still growing, and still finding my voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Camille. Very inspiring speech you have given. Indeed, I'm sort of like a bit opposite of you. I hardly listen well, and that's where I joined Toastmaster because of the active listening that I need to acquire this skill. It is a very good speech for your ice breaking. It really opens up how I look at people who are quiet. Sometimes it could be very good as well because you're listening, you are digesting what are people talking about. Instead of just doing the talking, sometimes you would not be the one digesting, you will not be the one having in-depth thoughts. Thank you for your speech. Moving on will be the next speaker. I would like to, the next speaker, Pui Wan. I would like to invite her evaluator, Bernice, to talk about her speech purpose. Over to you, Bernice.
Hi, thank you, Michelle. Hi, good evening, everyone. Liu Pui Wan is attempting presentation mastery level 1, project 1, icebreaker. And the purpose of this project is for Pui Wan to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And the length of her speech will be 4 to 6 minutes. And yeah, let's welcome Liu Pui Wan, introvert Liu Pui Wan. Over to you, Pui Wan.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here today. Well, actually, I'm glad to be anywhere that doesn't require too much of talkings. You see, I am what you might call half introvert. Yes, half. Why call half? Because like a superhero, instead of a super strength of flying, my superpower is selectively socializing. Actually, I'm not sure whether you know what is introverts. So if I Google from the website, okay, a introvert is a person who is predominantly focused on internal thoughts and feelings rather than external things and social interactions. Often this is categorized as being quiet or withdrawn persons. Okay, now for me, as being a half introvert means that I have this amazing ability to enjoy social events, but only in a small dose, like a social battery that charge up when I'm alone, but when I drain faster, that you can say a small talks. So if you see me quietly observing in the room, don't worry. Actually, I'm not plotting the word dominance. I just recharging. I love to meet new people, but I also love the moment I can escape and to be a quiet corner and pretend to be deep simply and interesting on my phones, okay? So it is actually delicate balance. I like a cat in a party. I'm curious, I'm cautious, and ready to bolt at any moment. Okay, being a half introvert also means that actually I'm expert in nodding and smiling. It is a skill I have been learned over the year of practice. I can look like I'm a fully engaged while my brain is actually planning what to have for dinners. So this is a multitasking as is a finest. But don't get me wrong. Actually, I do enjoy deep conversation, just not too many at once. So, and definitely not small talk about weather, unless it is really interesting weather day, like when it is rains, cats and dogs, then I'm all ears. So, if you ever see me standing alone at a party, don't be shy. Just come say hi. Just don't expect me to stay too long, okay? I like social ninja. I appear, I chat, then I disappear before everyone have noticed, okay? So in conclusions, being a half introvert is like being a secret agent in the world of socializing. I'm here, I'm listening, I'm ready to make a quick gateway. So thanks for listening to my little introvert confessions. I feel euphoric after I dance my very first icebreaker. Now, if you all can excuse me, I need to find a quiet spot to recharge. Thank you.
Thank you, Hui for your introvert speech. It's a different way of looking at it as well. And pretty interesting because I myself, I am a total extrovert, totally opposite from you. Because when it comes to meeting people, I will butterfly around. That's what the Toastmaster members here has been talking about me. And I think it also drains me out sometimes when you talk to people, you have to think of a conversation. Like you said, cats and dogs, okay, it's something to talk about, but not too long. But you have to have a small talk. You need to learn how to have small talk in order to spark a conversation. So that's where it drains me out as well sometimes when I really butterfly along. My sort of battery recharge is when I sit down and not moving around. That's where I'm charging my battery.
Yes,
Okay.
you're totally opposite of me.
Okay. But then I am actually amazed with you and also Camille. I would like to have all the audience together with all the distinguished Toastmaster to stand up together with me to give a good round of applause to Pui Wen and Camille for their first icebreaker in our Toastmaster setting. Can you all stand up and give her a good applause? Woo! Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so let us move on to the final speaker, which is Wendy. And I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Naza to talk about her speech purpose.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good evening. Wendy, for this particular pathway project, it's evaluation feedback and the second speech. Your purpose is to practice applying the feedback that's been given to you and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of the speech is for you to demonstrate ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech. And with this, I'm going to hand back to the Toastmaster of the evening. Back to you.
You're supposed to introduce her.
Okay, sorry. Okay, with this, without further ado, I would like to introduce Wendy with a speech titled Life Lessons from a Cat. Life Lessons from a Cat. Wendy, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. A few years back, a small creature appeared in front of my home. It was a really small creature that can fit in the size of my palm. turns out that small creature, a black and white creature, is a 2-month-old kitten. And from that day onwards, it became my pet. I've spent a lot of time with my pet cat ever since it came on that random morning. And I've learned many lessons from it. Before I met my cat, I was someone who is very afraid, very scared to explore the world and to try new things. And after meeting my cat, my world changed. There was one occasion when I was spending time with my cat. We were playing together where we were kind of like playing tag. I hide here and then my cat will look for me and my cat will hide there and I'll look for my cat, kind of playing tag. During that time, when we were outside, my neighbor suddenly walked past our home with a really large dog that if the dog stands on 2 feet, it's as tall as a human. My cat, sensing that I'm feeling very afraid of that large dog, with zero hesitation, decided to charge at that dog to shoo it away. My cat, it didn't care the dog is bigger, stronger, or maybe scarier. It didn't care about any of that. It just did what it needed to do, to what it think it needed to do to help me at that point of time. And from that little moment we shared, I learned from my cat that no matter what situations you're in life, even if there are a lot of risks, there might be a lot of setbacks, even if you're in a disadvantageous situation. It's important to be brave because you never know what you can do. On another occasion, I was observing my cat. It was trying to jump up to a really high spot. We have piles of boxes at home and tried to jump on it, but it failed. And sometimes when it decides to sit at the edge of the table, it wrongly estimated the distance it needs to be from the edge of the table, and it fell down from the table because of that wrong estimation. I found that despite my cat falling and failing over and over, my cat kept trying again and again. It tried to reach the spot it wanted to reach. It tried to keep improving its own estimation from the past mistakes. And that made me reflect on the things I do. And my cat taught me that it's very important to persevere despite multiple failures. My cat didn't care that it fall over and over again. It didn't care even though we found it funny and laughed at it. Wasn't embarrassed. It didn't have any grudge against us, the cat. And I found that in a way it made me think that experiencing failures is not forever. Eventually, you'll get it right one day. So, in conclusion, after spending some time with my cat, even though you're afraid, it's okay to be brave and explore the world. And you might never know what you can do, and you'll find that you appreciate the things you experience in life more. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty, for your inspiring speech about your cat. Your cat seems to give you a lot of euphoric moments, not just only euphoric moments, but also the never give up and a very brave cat that you really have. I didn't expect that the cat can have so much resilience in it compared to a human. Sometimes human also will give up, but your cat doesn't. I think it's very good. Okay. Right now, we'll move on to our most exhilarating and euphoric moments session of the night, where it is the table topic session. Without further ado, I would like to pass the floor to our topic master, Eva, of the night. The floor is yours, Eva.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmaster buddies and new guests. Welcome to the table topic session. So my name is Eva, your table topic master for tonight. And what is the topic that I choose for today? And what is table topic? For our new guests, I would like to share with you, table topic is an impromptu sessions whereby you can practice your skill. We all know when we go to certain event and all of a sudden we bump to someone and someone is asking you a questions and on the spot you have to answer them. Aren't you going to be like trying to find out how am I going to answer them? But in Toastmaster, there are many skills. And of course, all the time we say impromptu is how you show your genuine actions. So before we start, so today's topic is Demon Hunter. I believe those who have kids here, can you raise your hand? Is your kids actually watching K-pop Demon Hunters? Because today, right, our themes is actually related to songs. And so I want to create a euphoric moments for everyone. So shall we just listen to this song for 1.5 minutes, then we continue with the questions, okay? Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, everyone ready? Okay, let's play the song, so listen to the song. Can I check? Can you hear the song? No sound.
No sound.
No sound. Okay, what should I do? We know the sound.
You can sing for us.
Yeah,
You
I
need to
think
share sound.
You
I
can
need to
sing
share
for
this.
us.
Oh, sing to you.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, since there's a request for it. But I think I'll skip the part in the front part because it's a bit too long. So we sing this part, okay? Together, okay? Yeah. Going up, 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 moment. Well then, golden, oh, up, up. Golden, golden. I think a bit like my voice is a bit never mind. I think I will share I will actually stop here and I will share the songs to you later, okay? Yeah. Okay. So during this kind of sessions, right, we will definitely come up with some questions and ask you all. So I wanted to ask you, if you're hearing a song that is very empowering you, right, you'll feel euphoric, right? So just like the songs mentions, right, we have to always go up, okay? We have to stop hiding, and one day we will shine. And this is a very good song, and I hope that everyone can, enjoy this with your, yourself, your children, whoever that is with you, okay? Okay, let me share my PowerPoints right now with you. I would like to invite a few persons to share, to come to challenge this table topic. Okay, this is the real person who sing the song. Okay, it's not a cartoon. They are actually in real person. So this is the real singer. Okay, so I have number 1 to number 6, and I'm looking for someone who can give me your who will be joining the first one. Any calling? The question is quite easy one. So you're given 1 to 2 minutes to do the impromptu, yeah? Pepe, okay? Pepe, you'll be the first one?
Can,
We
but I
have the
think
list.
Cherry want to be the first one. Cherry mentioned her name. Maybe I'll go after Cherry.
Cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, Cherry, where are you? You want
Yes.
number 1? Number 1 to 6, what's your number?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, get ready. Number 2. Okay, let me put this here. Okay, it say, I will feel you. Okay, the topic is I will feel you. Accepting the imperfections, right, is often the key to success. So please talk about a time where you had admit you had, you say, I will feel, yeah, you or myself. In a small way, which ultimately leads you to a better outcome. Yeah. So over to you. When you're ready, then we can start. Yeah, you're given 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, Sherry.
Yes. Okay. When we talk about a time that I admitted I will feel is before I'm married, I have promised my husband I will learn how to cook. However, until now, I can admit that I'm still feel of this task. But I still learning how to cook a delicious dish for my husband in a way. So I learned to cook a very simple dish for my family as well. Okay, no matter is Japanese dish or Westerns or Chinese style, I hope I can learn to put all the ingredients and all the skill to cook a delicious dish. My target is at least I want to learn one dish before Chinese New Year. Let them to enjoy and to have a very warm reunion dinner.
Wow, I'm very impressed. So it means that previously you don't know how to cook at all, and now you know Japanese, Chinese, Western. That's like so cool.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay. So is your husband euphoric right now because of you?
My husband cook for me at this moment.
So good job, great job. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Cherry, for your attempt. It is really appreciates for your first, very genuine. Your story is very good, actually. Yeah, who want to go next?
I will go.
Hi, Pepe. So she took number 2 already. So from 2 to 1?
3.
3. Okay, 3. Okay, let me open my screen now. Question number 3. silent the world. Because in this movie, right, there was a time whereby the main actress, she tried to silence the world because she was the half demon, half a good person. Yeah. So in our constantly connect environments, right, how do you manage to silence the world and find your genuine peace or clarity, especially you are moms, yeah, and work at the same time? Okay, over to you, Pepe.
Okay, thank you, Ibar. Okay, and this environment where we constantly connecting to the world, right? How do I silence the world? In fact, I think I just did it earlier on. So what happened was I was off from work earlier today, and I went for a jogging. Yeah, because recently I'm actually have this exercise addiction where nowadays I normally will go for like 2-3 days in the evening for pickleball, my newly addiction. Yeah. So why pickleball is because before being a mom, I actually very enjoy exercise and I was a sporty person, and I stopped exercise since 6 years back until now pickleball. So during pickleball, I find a lot of I um, find it very good in helping me to release my tension. And nowadays, whenever in a non-pickleball day, right, I also have this urge of exercise. So that's why earlier on I went for a jogging, putting on my headphone, listening to the music, and find the silence in myself. Yeah, and before I actually went to pick up my kids after that. Yeah, so I would say the way for me to find my silence is by exercise on my own, and after a sweat I will feel much better and keep myself going. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Pepe. Silence the world sounds like the me time, right? Because you found your love back on the spot. Pickleball, jogging, and Michelle also leave a message for you saying that yes, it's a me time for all of us. Okay, do I have time for the third speakers and the fourth? Can I have number third persons to join the impromptu speech table topics right now? Anyone want to try? Any guests want to try? Okay, I have many guests today. Do you want to try?
You are. I would like to go next.
Okay, Sylvia and Dean after this.
Okay, Lynn. Okay, now is Steven, is it?
Sylvia.
Oh, Sylvia. Okay, hi Sylvia. Okay, so number 2 taken, number 3 taken. So 1, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, which one is your favorite number?
I will go for lucky 7.
Oh, 7 don't have. 1 to 6
Sorry.
only. Yeah.
1 to 6.
So
Number 6.
number 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, yeah. Let me show you number 6. Okay. So the questions here is more towards the about the movie, yeah. Yeah. So one of the times, right, this actress say, oh, we don't care. Yeah. So when is important to stop worrying about what other think and boldly declare we don't care? So please give us an example from your own life or observations that happens to you before. So over to you, Sylvia.
Thanks, Iwa. So from my experience of when I started to give it like I don't care, like the mindset when I started become a mom, right? So there are a lot of parenting advice online, like be it in Facebook, Instagram, or different kind of channel, like whether in person, also I attend some classes. So the message and advice I receive are quite contradicting sometimes, right? At some point when I started to experience it, right? Hey, then I learned it. Every person is a unique creature. We may have our own feeling, characters, experience, and different environment that form our thought process. With this, it will affect our action, our choice to fight or flight. So while we make the decision, it's important to know that what is the main objective. Does it everyone's opinion also count, and to whose advice we should adapt or accept into our consideration. So after experience taking care of a newborn baby for close to 7 months, I started to maneuver my navigate the difficult life processes into my own SOP. So I kind of like manage everything well after a busy work day. I tend to figure out my own SOP and able to make sure we both don't harm ourselves during the process, and also with the support of the beloved family member. So that's why I learned that it's okay that to be a different pathway compared with others, but most important is like focus on yourself rather than taking in people's advice or opinion.
Thank
you.
you, Sylvia. It's very touching actually when I hear you sharing that your kids is only 7 months, is newborn, to be honest, still less than a year. And here, a lot of us, right, are also moms. So if you have any questions, feel free to just text us, PM the P, yeah, so that we can, listen to you, because you have to go through a lot, like you say, a lot of advices coming from everyone. But in the end, right, you are the persons who decide what to do. And today you join this Toastmaster meeting, and we hope also you can actually absorb some good energy. When you go back, you can feel euphoria, euphorics, yeah. Okay, next will be Lynn. Okay, so just now 6 already taken, 2, 3, 6 taken, so it's left 1, 4, and 5. Yeah. So Lynn, what is your number?
I take 1.
1. Okay, 1. Okay, 1. The questions is about loneliness. Is loneliness a necessary part of personal growth, or it is an obstacle to be overcome? Share your perspective and a story to support it. When you're ready, let me know. Yeah.
Very good day, everyone. Loneliness for me, I think is a good, because become a loneliness as a mom, sometimes you feel loneliness when some informations I cannot, first mom because I'm new mom, some information I need to search from internet. So sometimes I feel loneliness, but the loneliness will let me clear my mind. I can think more how to overcome the problems. For example, when my kid is suddenly high fever, then I will feel like I don't know how to settle or how to make her get better. So I will feel some loneliness. The next step is I might go some social or get advice from someone. So from a loneliness, I think my mind can clear mindset to get next step forwards, how to solve solutions, get the solutions better. I think this is not an obstacle to block me to go further.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay with that? Or
That's all.
oh, that's all. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Lynn. Actually, you are the first one who make loneliness into something very powerful. Because when you share the speech just now, right, you did mention that being lonely is fine, and how you're going to make the loneliness into helping you to do the correct decisions in others. So this is I'm pretty impressed, to be honest, by the 4 sharings impromptu speech today, because you all did come with the story and also at the same time with answering the question. So one of the skill that when we handle impromptu, I will always suggest that you have to come up with 3 points, and on top of it, come with a story. The elevator will share later. Yeah. So I have to close the conversations of the debate topics today. Are we on time? Timer, Mei Hong?
You mean do we have enough? Do we
Yeah,
still
do we
have more
have
time?
more
Is it?
time for it? Yeah.
No, actually.
Okay. Then I think
According
I
to the
will
agenda.
say goodbye, yeah, for this sessions right now, and give it back to Michelle, our TOE tonight. Over to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thanks, Eva, for your euphoric moments given to everyone for the table topic with the movie character. Okay, so right now I think we don't have much time for even a break. Now we have to take some photos first together. SAA, can we have a group photo?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, everyone, turn on your cameras. Show your beautiful and handsome face.
I think Naza is the only guy here, right, tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I say handsome must be referring to him, the one and only.
I want to let's take a group photo. Okay. Okay, I'll take one now. Oh, hang on. 3, 2, 1. I have one. Okay. Another one. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. That is all.
You want to launch the poll as well, Mandy?
Okay.
Okay.
For the best prepared speech, I will launch this poll.
That's all on time. Timer.
And we only not much time, right? Should we have like 1 minute break?
After the pool, I guess. By the way, I shared the songs already and also the lyrics to everyone who haven't actually listened to this song. Please enjoy it tonight.
You haven't watched the movie yet. Need you to give me a synopsis as well.
You can actually download Netflix. Actually, in Netflix, every day my daughter just play. And initially, I thought it's a weird story because K-pop demon hunters. How kind of demons relates to K-pop? But after I watched together with her, I got a lot of inspirations, and the songs become my favorite songs right now. Even yesterday when I land from Kuching, right, the song was played inside the Air Asia. It was very, very nice because I sing the song in the airplane with my daughter, and my daughter say, "Oh, mommy, please don't do that."
That's
Yeah.
nice. Bonding between daughter and mother.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage actually. Toastmaster helped me to build a lot of my courage, whereby now I think I have built one very important thing is called I don't care. I want to be happy. Yeah.
Okay. Have you all go for a toilet break yet, or shall we continue? Because we're lack of time, right, timer?
Yes, we are behind the time.
Okay. I continue, yeah?
Well, both the polls are done for best prepared speech and best table topic speaker.
Okay, so in Toastmaster, we learned everything by doing. Each speech and table topics are evaluated and given feedback. So we will improve so that we can improve ourselves from time to time. So I would like to welcome our GE Distinguished Toastmaster Suling to provide us feedback. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Suling.
Thank you, Toastmaster Michelle. Just as what Michelle has mentioned, in this session, you will be hearing from our evaluators on how our speakers, both the project speakers as well as the table topic speakers, on how they have fared. The beauty about Toastmasters is whatever we do in our meetings, we are given suggestions on how to improve. This is very much different from the real world, where we only often hear criticisms, but not commendations. So now, to start the ball rolling, I would like to call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Ewan, to give feedback to our first speaker, icebreaker speaker, Camille. Over to you, Ewan.
Thank you, Madam GE Suling. All right. First of all, I'd like to give congratulations to Camille for completing her very first ice-breaking speech. I understand it's definitely not easy to master the courage, given yourself is an introvert and also a quiet person. So I really like your opening. It's a very heartwarming opening. And you mentioned listening is a form of love for you. I find that really sweet, listening to that. And I appreciate yourself, although it's the first time giving your speech, you have opened yourself as a vulnerable person in front of us. Indeed, listening is an art and it's a key skill in communication. And you are naturally born with this strength. It can be used as a tool to reach communication. Of course, at the same time, I can see you are also a very self-aware person. You understand that by being quiet, sometimes you also have the imposter syndrome. You are afraid of people judging you. And therefore, with great self-aware, you have delved into psychology, into understanding how to communicate better and use this quietness and silence, right, as an art to listen and also to communicate better, to give space to each other, so then other people will feel close and engage with you. Now, this is your first speech. I also see that you are very comfortable in delivery and you have also successfully incorporated our word of the day, euphoric. Well done on that. So to enhance your speech even better, I'd like to encourage you to make use of the entire time that you have, because for ice-breaking speech, you have 4 to 6 minutes. Therefore, you can start wrapping up your speech when the timer turns red. So when the timer is still on green, basically you still have approximately 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes to wrap up your speech. So in order to fill up this gap, I'd like to encourage you to interest the audience more by elaborating more on the stories. You mentioned recently you have a small group of discussion. So during this discussion, you were asked to share something personal. May I suggest you to share what were the emotions during this sharing? You feel tremble? What was the topic of sharing that made you feel this way? And how did you feel after sharing that session? Was that something very secrecy that you are not open up to talk to other people? So these are something that I like to hear more, so then we can understand more about you and have more storytelling during your 4 to 6 minutes. And also for your ending, you can have a more refine your ending into a more inspiration, into the hope. So during storytelling, we always talk about the past, the present, and also the future. So you can refine your ending into a more inspirational and your hope towards 6 months down the road in Toastmasters journey. All in all, thank you and well done on your first ice-breaking speech. I look forward to your second speech. Thank you. Back to you, Suling.
Thank you, Toastmaster Evan, for your evaluation. Next, I would like to call upon our second evaluator, which is Toastmaster. Hold on, Toastmaster Venice. Over to you, Venice.
Thank you, Celine. Wow. Hui Wan, I would just say that you are awesome. Thank you for sharing who you are as a half introvert person. I truly enjoy how you show both sides of your personality. Someone can be fully engaged in deep conversation, yet you're nodding, smiling, and then quietly disappearing like a social ninja, right? When your energy runs low. Now I feel I understand you better, your calm presence, and your need for recharging moments as well. Awesome. I especially love the analogy that you use to describe yourself as a social battery. It was like creative, relatable, and gave a very clear picture for me to show how your energy, your social energy works. At one point it can be very high, then slowly, go to the duration, it will be drained at some point of time, right? Well done. And your natural speaking tone, I like it, and your comfortable eye contact as well. Make your speech feel very authentic and easy to connect with. And for improvement, I noticed that your hands gestures were expressive but partly hidden because you were seated. Next time, you may try standing with a bit more distance from the screen. Then it will give you some space to use your gestures and also your body language more freely, and enhancing your overall online stage and presence. You have successfully met the objective of your icebreaker project 1 in the level 1, which is to introduce yourself to the audience and help us to understand who you are. Thank you for that. Overall, this was a very heartfelt and engaging icebreaker that left me feeling euphoric. Sorry. Inspired by your authenticity as a half introvert person, you make good use of analogy, maintain excellent eye contact, and spoke with a natural tone. I would suggest delivering your next speech standing instead of seated to enhance your body language and the stage presence. Congratulations on completing your very first speech and setting a strong foundation for your Toastmaster journey. Keep it up, Pui Wan. Thank you.
Thank you for your detailed evaluation and very structured evaluation. Now for our last speaker, may I invite distinguished Toastmaster Nazar to give your comments on Wendy's speech. Over to you, Nazar.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. First and foremost, Wendy, the moment I heard the title of the speech, I got myself asking the question, is this going to be the story of a cat? And to my surprise, it was indeed the story of a cat. Now, what I really love about the way you told the story is every good Japanese stories has a quality whereby it is very easily told. It flows very smoothly. Animals are used as a mythology for you to be able to imagine the person telling the story. And every segment has a good lesson learned. And just as I was listening to those fairy tales as folklores, the way you told the story was very imaginative, was very illustrative. I can immediately visualize the cat sitting, perching, waiting to leap as I hear you speak. So that's the first. The second one I appreciate most about your speech is there's an unspoken charm to the way you deliver your speech. From the timidness of the cat, to the bravery of the cat, to the perseverance of the cat, every part of the cat felt like you. In fact, very rarely does a story is told in such a way that the authenticity of the storyteller and the message of the story is almost matches. And because of that, when I hear you speak, right, I'd rather hear more from you. And this is where I'm going to give you two feedback. The first, Wendy, you are already on project number 2. So I'm going to stretch you a bit. I'm going to stretch you by telling you, I need you to see you tell stories more. Instead of doing staccato delivery, which means every few words you pause, I want you to read full sentences and tell the story through the sentences. I want you to be illustrative in the way you use your voice to carry the story. So it's almost as if you're on a weekend brunch with your friends and talking about it very casually, very free-flowing. That way, it feels less memorization, it feels more storytelling. So that's the first challenge for you, Wendy. You can do it because I've seen you done it. You improved a lot. I need to see you tell a story more and more holistically. Second challenge you, Wendy. You are very good in using theories and stories to reflect yourself. What was missing in your story earlier was your personal story. Somehow I got the feeling that when you talk about the cat in the hand, that was Wendy at one point. When you talk about the cat being able to be brave, I'm sure that's Wendy at one point. When you talk about the cat taking a leap of faith, I'm sure there's also a story about Wendy that can be told at that point in time as well. So I want you to embrace yourself and put yourself more out there when it comes to storytelling. Because every opportunity to speak is an opportunity for you to present your story to the world. So Wendy, in essence, what I love about your story is the way you structure it, the way you tell the story is very easy to follow. I also love the authenticity and the congruency of the storyteller and the message. What you need to improve on, and this is going to stretch you a bit, I want you to use vocal variety and speak in full sentences, tell a story going forward. And secondly, I want to hear more Wendy. I want to hear more of your personal stories because I have a feeling when you start telling your stories, the cat is out of the bag. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Naza. Let's give a round of applause for all the three evaluators. Now, before I proceed to the table topics evaluation, I'd just like to give my 2 cents worth to all the three evaluators. First of all, I'd like to comment on the three of you that you gave a very good evaluation in the sense that started off by praising the speaker, telling the speaker what they are good at, then you followed by some suggestions for them to be able to improve. And the suggestion given were not just widely suggestions or just given for the sake of giving suggestions. They were very helpful, and I'm sure that the speakers will be able to apply them in their next speech. And now, to be more specific, I like how Venice and Naza gave their evaluation, and they ended the evaluation with a summary. They summarized of what they have mentioned earlier with the good points as well as the points to improve. So this will actually reinforce to the speaker what they need to do for their future speeches. And as to the purpose of the speech, the purpose of the speech, which I think that the evaluators might have missed out. For the first two speakers, icebreaker speakers, their purpose was to introduce themselves so that the members can get to them know better and also to understand the basic structure of a speech. Venice mentioned that, yes, she got to know the speaker better, and through Ewan's evaluation, I also could gather that Ewan knew Camille much more better now. My challenge to both of you is to look into the structure of the speech. Right? How did they do in terms of structure, or in which areas can they improve, in the sense that was there a proper introduction to the speech? Did the point support what the speaker is trying to convey, and how can they conclude the speech to give a greater impact? So this will be the areas where you can suggest to the speaker. And as for Naza, the speaker is doing the speech, second speech, which means that she has to incorporate the feedback that was given to her during this first speech. I do not know whether you have witnessed her first speech or you were given her evaluation for her first speech so that you will be able to identify whether the speaker has incorporated those feedback given to her earlier. So this is very important that for a member who is doing the second speech to have back the same evaluator or get an evaluator who has seen her speak before in the first speech. So these are my suggestions to you as an evaluator. If you were Naza, if you have not witnessed a first speech, maybe reach out to the speaker. Can I have a look at your evaluation for your first speech so that I will be able to know which areas I can watch out for. Right? And for all the three evaluators, you all get very good points for improvement. And the points of improvement which you give is this speaker, it will not only will know what they are lacking, but they all will be able to put these suggestions in their future speeches. Like example, their body language, how to station yourself on your screen, how to use storytelling. So these are all very good points. So another round of applause to the speakers as well as the evaluators again. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Retno Chia, Toastmaster Retno, to give your evaluation to the 4 table topic speakers. Over to you, Retno.
Thank you, Madam GE. Good evening, everyone. I'm feeling so euphoric tonight because we have 3 new members who are delivering their speeches tonight. Fantastic. And also the feeling of euphoric came up because of the table topic session was so challenging, I think. I would like to start with speaker 1, Cherry. Cherry, the question was not easy. I will fail you. How did you manage? Have you ever felt the feeling of being imperfect? And you spot on. You're very confident. I really liked your confidence. You smiled. You were not nervous. And you started with the storytelling of how you promise your husband to be able to cook. That's challenged you. Excellent storytelling. I really love that part, Cherry. My suggestion would be probably you could make your speech a little bit longer and then giving a little bit more detail of, for example, how your husband felt or your family felt that you did all the challenges. But all the best, Jerry. Thank you for attempting your first table topic speech tonight. Second one, Pepe. Pepe, I know that you are very seasonal. You're very seasoned, what I mean, and you are such a great speaker. And then we all can relate to your topic at that given to you. How to silence the word. We do all try to silence the word. Sometimes you just want to be like Eva said, my me time, and you do the exercise, the pickleball after 6 years before that you never had a chance to do that. That is fantastic. And then you started to focus on the thing that made you happy. What I would like you to do more is your vocal variety. That would be fantastic if you said with the happy music and pickleball, for example, that giving us more euphoric feelings of listening to your experiences. Other than that, I think I love the way you silence the word by doing things that you love. The next speaker, Sylvia. Oh, Sylvia, congratulations being the first-time mom. I just love the way you answered the questions. We don't care. You started with how you struggled because there were so many opinions, so many advice about how to become a good mother. You delivered your speech very smoothly, very calmly, made me want to focus on the way you deliver, made me want to listen more of what you're going to say. And then I was so glad when you said, finally, You made up your mind. You used the word maneuver. You used the word SOP. That made me smile. It's your SOP to focus on what you needed. Excellent. Good, Mom. And my suggestion, maybe if you could add a little bit of experience on your motherhood, how that all this word, I don't care, benefit you in looking after your child and looking after yourself. The last but not the least is Lynn. Lynn, that was a very sensitive topic that you were given, loneliness, how we cope the loneliness, and you share your experience as a mother. I think everybody has been there, being lonely when you had to look after the children, you have to look after yourself. But as Eva said, that you use that positive. You mentioned that being lonely doesn't mean that you are lonely. That gives you perspective that you can be doing something better to overcome the loneliness. My suggestion, I think because this is your first attempt, the eye contact and also speaking more clearly, that would be hopefully something that you can take away from your speech. Thank you very much from me. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Retno. It isn't easy to evaluate 4 speakers in 5 minutes, but you did it very well. You did not elaborate much. You managed to mention one point which the speaker was good at, and also another point for improvement. Well done, Retno. And we are done with all the speech evaluations. So now we shall proceed to the technical role players report. First of all, I'd like to invite Toastmaster June for the grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmasters Suling. Allow me to share my screen. All right, before I start, may I invite everyone to turn on your speaker and follow me to pronounce this word. Euphoric.
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 Yeah,
Euphoric.
yes. Good job, good job. So at least I got more than 20 now. So as you can see on the screen tonight, this word, like I said, this is my first time in my life seeing this word. However, our speakers, at least there are 17 that's used by all these. The champions goes to our TOE, Michelle Ma. Okay, I'm very glad that today, like I mentioned, there's new words that we pick up today. All right, so these are the words or codes that I find our speaker has elevate our English standard a little bit. Camille being our first speaker, of course, I pay a lot of attention on her very first few sentences. Listening is a form of love. Besides, even this sentence also attract me very much. Carry the ocean inside them, feel deep sense of aliveness. Then the next sentence, give myself the permission to do something. I find this is very powerful. A lot of time, we especially playing so many hats in our life, able to give ourselves to do certain things is actually sometimes is I think we need to do more or encourage ourselves to do more. Next sentence, voice is soft but stay with people. I think Camille, when you use this sentence, is also capture my attention a lot. Next speaker is point 1. Point 1 use the word selectiveness socializing, and I also want to perhaps share with everyone the new words. Ambivalent is actually half introvert and half extrovert. All right, this is a new word that I want to introduce to everyone. Wendy, her little creatures make her a very powerful and also learn so much from this kitten. Zero hesitation, perseverance despite multiple failure. And I only spotted one grammatical or appropriate want to give suggestion. Not an obstacle to block me further. I would suggest this is not the obstacle that will block me further. All right, that's it from my grammar report. Back to you, our GE. Thank you.
Thank you, Jun, for your English lesson. A very good listener indeed. And now, may I have the R counter, Xiaozhen, for your report, please. Over to you, Xiaozhen.
All right. Please allow me to share my screen a moment. All right. So everyone can see my screen? Okay, so here are the R counter report from all the speaker, including TOE, topic master, and all the evaluators. All right, so the champion filler words and sounds for today is total use is 40 times. Okay, so I not only record for the filler words and sounds, also what types of how many types of filler words and sounds each speakers use. For TOE Michelle, she has 12 filler words and sounds with 5 types. Speaker 1, Camel, she only has 2 filler words and sounds and 2 types. Speaker 2, Hui Wan, she has 17 filler words and sounds with 7 types. For third speaker Wendy Tan, she has 4 filler words and sounds with 2 types. And I didn't catch any for first evaluator, Evan. For second evaluator, Venice O, she has 3 filler words and sounds with 2 types. And for the third evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Naza, I didn't catch any. And for our topic master today, Eva Chin, she has 22 filler words and sounds with 7 types. And table topic evaluator Redno Cha, she only has 2 with 1 type. For the table topic speaker 1, Cherry, she has 7 filler words and sound with 2 types. For table topic speaker 2, Pepe, she has 34 filler words and sounds with 7 types. And for the third table topic speaker, Sylvia, she has 16 filler words and sounds with 4 types. And for the table topic speaker for Lin, she has 2 filler words and sounds with 1 types. And for our Madam GE, Distinguished Toastmaster Su Ling, she has 6 repeats words and only 1 types. That's all from the R counter report. Back to you, GE, Madam GE. Su Ling, thank you.
Thank you, Xiaowen, our counter. Yes, another good listener. One suggestion for you is, you mentioned that the speakers have repeated words. I would suggest that you may want to mention what are the repeated words that the speaker has used, so that they will be more conscious of it the next time when they speak. Right? And last technical report will be from our timer. Young Mei Hong, Toastmaster Mei Hong, over to you on how.
Okay, thank you, Ji. I share my screen. Can everyone see it? Okay. For table topic, I start with table topic first. All the member have is within time, which is 1 to 2 minutes and with 30-second wrap up. So next is the prepared speech. Melma is within time. One is a bit less of time because the speech time requirement is 4 to 6 minutes. So Wendy is also within time. So for our evaluator, Evan is within time. Venice and Nazaruddin is over time. The time for the evaluation will be 2 to 3 minutes with, I write it wrong. 2 to 3 minutes with 30-second wrap up. It should be 3. Same as the great. Yep. So right now also is within time, which is 3 to 5 minutes. That's all for my reports today. Thank you. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you, timer. Okay, now it's my time for me to share my observations during this meeting. When I entered the meeting room, I have already seen a few guests have already entered, and your club president as well as the SAA were already there welcoming guests. So it was a very well welcome. And President Crystal you actually gave us a very good opening speech. He really tells us on what you think about the music, how music bonds the bonding. And this was also shared by the Toastmaster in the evening. Music bonds across diversity. I like that very much. I would like to suggest that for future meetings, if you have guests in the meeting, maybe do touch a bit on what is pathways. Because guests who are non-Toastmasters may not know what is a prepared speech. When you mention the prepared speech, the path, presentation, mastery, and so on and so forth, they may not know what is all about. Maybe just give a brief description on, just to mention that pathways is actually the Toastmasters learning program where members are given a manual or digital where they can access it through digitally to prepare their speeches to suit the project's purpose and to become a better communicator and leader. No, just to prepare the guests for the prepared speeches. And when mentioning about President Distinguished, Michelle did a good job. You highlighted how your club has been, how excellent your club is. So this actually is a very good marketing strategy for the new guests to pay more attention to your club. But what is President Distinguished? What is early President Distinguished? Guests may not know what is all this about. So just mention about our DCP program, that President Distinguished Club is the highest level that a club can achieve in one term, in 12 months, in terms of education goals as well as any other goals. Right, so that will be very helpful for guests. And I noticed that in your slide during your introduction, of Toastmasters International, there was one slide that says that Toastmasters International is in how many countries, has how many clubs, and how many members. You mentioned there was 8 million members, so this actually caught my attention. Toastmasters International at present does not have 8 million members. It has only around 300,000 members, give or take. 800 million members is inclusive of past and current members. Those members have joined and left. So this could be very misleading when you say that Toastmasters Club has 8 million members. It is not a current 8 million members, so be very careful on that. And for the table topic master, I like your innovative way of doing this session by choosing a K-pop band and using their music as your topics. I do find that certain topics were rather long. If it is an online meeting, you're able to show your screen, share your screen, and the topic is being displayed. But if it is a physical meeting, by giving this type of topics, the speaker may not be able to understand your topic. So try to keep your table topics questions a bit shorter, preferably less than 15 words. Right? So it was a very enjoyable session. I also enjoyed the table topics. I was amazed at how the speakers who come out actually mentioned the question. If I were given this topic, I think I would struggle to answer this question. It was a good session. Overall, I find the meeting very entertaining. Very, very much different from a normal meeting. And I wonder, why is it that the speaker is being introduced by the evaluator? As a Toastmaster evening, you have mentioned that you're the MC. So as an MC, I would think that it is your duty to introduce the speaker. Because the evaluator may be an outside member of your club may not know the speaker well. So how is it going to evaluate? How is it going to introduce the speaker? By just mentioning the speaker's name and title is not an introduction of the speaker. And to be a good MC, do find out a bit more about the speaker and so that you'll be able to give a proper introduction. So these are the observations that I found. It's a good meeting, it's very well planned. I find that it was organized well and run very smoothly with the suggestions of your club history as well as the Toastmasters history. Be careful of the facts and plus the way of introducing the speaker, the role of a Toastmaster of the evening. I think that Winners Toastmaster Club will continue your legacy of being President Distinguished in years to come. So back over to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Michelle.
Thank you, GE, Madam GE, for your constructive feedback and overall on how we should be doing better. It's been a pleasure to be your TOE of the evening, and I hereby sign off my role as a TOE, and I'll pass the floor to my president, Crystal. Crystal, over to you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you very much, all our speakers, evaluators, and also Suling for pointing out, our areas of improvement. We'll definitely take that down for our next meetings, moving forward. So, big thank you for our TOE, our MC for the day, or I will say our DJ for the day, Michelle Ma. So, before we go into our next session, can we have Wendy to launch the best evaluator for you all to vote? Right, thank you so much, Wendy. We have Evan and Redno because they are on time. Nazar and Venice, unfortunately, are a bit over time. Okay. Okay, if everyone has voted, okay, we can end the poll now. Thank you very much. All right, next, we're going to invite and give airtime for our handsome man in the room, Nazar, to promote on the annual conference or anything else that you will wish to speak to the ladies in the room today. Over to you, Nazar.
Thank you so much, Madam President Crystal. First and foremost, I heard from a very reliable source that Venus Toastmasters Club is one of those clubs where, when it comes to annual conference, you guys go big and you guys go all. So I'm here to promote the annual conference to all of you. First and foremost, the Toastmasters annual conference for 2026 will be happening from 1st to 3rd of May. 1st or 3rd of May from Friday to Sunday. For those of you who perhaps need to be a bit more assurance, it's on a Labor Day, which is a public holiday. And this time around, for those of you, it'll be in Berjaya Times Square Hotel, got smack in the middle of Kuala Lumpur. So it's very convenient. And if in case you need some pedicures, manicures, you need to do some shopping, Berjaya Times Square is just next door. I can promise you the pedicure, manicure there is rather cheap, 30 ringgit, you can get both nails done. So with that, that's the location, right? With regards to the theme for next year's annual conference is Lead, Influence, and Soar. In your own respective capacity, whether in your professional life, as a parent, or even as a spouse, you will notice that the era that we're living is very chaotic, very disruptive, and also very complex. So the ability to lead amidst this environment is very key. So this time around, for annual conference, we're bringing education back into the spotlight. So what it means is the keynote speech will be delivered by someone established, such as a policy shaper in Malaysia. With regards to the education sessions, we're looking at multinational corporation leaders, CEOs to come and deliver how to rally organizations. We are looking at bringing mental well-being specialists to come. For those of you at home and listening to the recent news, you will know how important mental well-being is and ensuring a safe environment for everyone to be in. We're also exploring the possibility of bringing a neurodivergent specialist. Neurodivergence, for your information, are people who has ADHD, autism, Asperger, and I bet you not, in Toastmasters itself, at least 1 out of 10 people has neurodivergence traits. So the ability to understand more about this allows you to be a better parent, better spouse, better club member, better president, and better exco in supporting your team. That aside, we also have a few things that you need to know. Number one, we have concurrent Mandarin, English, and Malay sessions running. For the English Malay sessions, we have a rumah kampung that we set up in Berjaya Times Square. So you get to understand pantun and syair and explore a bit of that. And I have a really good source that you this time can bring your family and kids to the rumah kampung as well. So it becomes a family event as well. And for those of you who just want to figure out how to play as a team, we are planning to bring the national badminton coach over to talk about playing as a team and winning as a team. Now, that is the education session. Now let's talk about speaking like a champion. Some of you may be aware at the annual conference is where we had the World Public Speaking Contest at the first level at the district. What it means is the Mas Mahades, the Logendrons, the Simbok Sons, the Dermit Singh, they all started off on that stage. So if you want to be aspiring to be a great speaker, come to the annual conference to see how great speeches are delivered and learn from them and aspire to be them. Who knows, someone from Venus Toastmasters will aim for Mars one day and be one of the speakers on the stage in the World Public Speaking Competition. If that's not enough for you, we have gala dinner, we have welcome nights where you can get to meet people from different networking. It's powerful to network for me as a young professional in Petronas in my early days of career, as well as currently leading my own company. I can assure you now that having network helps. Network is cash in this day and age. So do get to know people in the annual conference as well. And last but not least, Venus Toastmasters is a well-established club. What it also means is a lot of you will go on the stage to potentially receive some very great recognitions. So do make sure you're there to support your club as well. My rally to Venus Toastmasters is this: if you can get 90% of your members to come for an annual conference, June, reach out to me. I'll throw in something special for you. I'll throw in a special workshop for you. Any night of the week you want, I'll come by and deliver a workshop in leadership segment or in effective evaluation. Whatever you choose, I'll throw it in free for Venus Toastmasters because I heard a lot of you sign up already. I just need to edge you a bit closer to the 90% mark. With that, I hand back to the President, Crystal, who's going to crystallize my ambition and real dreams. Over to you, Crystal.
Thank you so much, Naza. I do hope as well one day, like you mentioned, we'll reach for the Mas in that contest and also be like Mas Mahathir as well from one of Venus Toastmasters. To rise up to that challenge. Okay, thank you very much, Naza. Once again, annual conference is from 1st to 3rd of May 2026. I've already bought my tickets and I'm waiting to see all of you there. So, if you haven't, please reach out to any of us and, as they say, bye. Okay? Like I say, thanks so much, Naza. Can't wait for and like Naza mentioned, he's putting up a freebie, but Naza, I'm going to haggle with you for the 90%, just a little bit. All right? We aim for 100% though. So
you guys are too close. You guys are way past 50% mark already. Cannot haggle already. Must be 90% or at the very least 80% mark. Then I come back to do a workshop for you.
Okay. So if you want to listen to our champion speaker Naza, by all means get your tickets for annual conference. Okay. Once again, thanks Naza for your airtime. I would like to open the floor for anyone, Suling, Venice, anything you would love to share with the rest before we go to our appreciation session. Suling, anything else you like to add?
Yes, earlier I mentioned that my club, DTM Toastmasters Club, is slightly different from a normal club meeting, is that we have a special session which we call the panel moderated session. This means that a speaker is not only subjected to one evaluator, but to a panel of 3 evaluators, each evaluator giving feedback on one criteria of the speech project, right? And not only that, members of the DTM Toastmasters Club love evaluation. For every speaker who speaks, there is an evaluation being given. So much so that even the Toastmaster evening is being evaluated. And for the panel evaluation session, not only the evaluators give the feedback, the audience are also given an opportunity to question the evaluators or clarify with the evaluators on why they evaluated in such a way. They may even oppose the evaluation and seek clarification from the evaluator. So this is something very different. And then the speaker is also given a chance to speak on whether he or she accepts the evaluation or is there any area where the purpose of his speech may be misunderstood, or he did not project his purpose in the correct manner. So this is something which is very different from a normal club meeting. In that case, we have a panel of evaluators instead of just only one evaluator giving evaluation. We meet online every fourth Wednesday. If you're interested, you may reach out to Michelle, because normally I keep her updated on our meetings. Okay, thank you.
All right. So ladies, if you wish to go clubbing, not the boom, 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 but this one in a way to elevate your skill level, to have a panel, you can always go clubbing to this DTM, Distinguished Toastmasters Club. Right, Venice, you have
Yeah, by the way, DTM does not stand for Distinguished Toastmasters because not all our members are DTM. This is not a criteria to join our club. Okay, our club, we actually aspire to give opportunities or to guide aspiring Toastmasters to achieve their DTM status. That's all. Thank you.
Right, like I say, thanks so much, Suling, for explaining. Venice, you have anything that you love to share?
Crystal, thank you so much for invitation. This was very awesome. And in fact, I enjoyed this session a lot. Having my dinner in front of laptop, but I do truly learn a lot from the Madam G. Suling and also the rest of the speakers and also evaluators and role players. Your team is really doing very well, very detailed. Good job.
Thank you so much, Venice. Venice is from Quayside. Quayside is actually a corporate club.
Yes,
Corporate club in Penang. So we have, that's the wonder about online meetings, where we have members from all across Malaysia and even cross boundary. We have Retno in Thailand. So I would love to also invite our guests today. If you wish to share anything, or do you enjoy the sessions, feel free to unmute yourself and to share a little bit. Let's say, if any of you would like to say something. Sylvia, anything from you? Lynn, Huan Yen, Glenda, and Fionn? Okay. I'll take the silence as you're joining again next time, and I'll hear from you the next round. So we'll go into our next session. Okay. As what we always say, we always recognize people for their efforts, for putting in. So now we're going to have the rewards and recognition portion. So Wendy, can we have the best speaker, best table topics, and best evaluator?
Yes.
All right. So we have our best speaker, first time speaker, Camille. Wow, good job and well done. Congratulations. A big congrats to you. I can see Camille is a bit shell-shocked right now. I won. Okay, can someone help to spotlight Camille as well? Right, so
Yes.
congratulations, Camille.
Okay,
Smile.
smile, Camille. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? Thank you.
Congrats, Camille.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have our best table topic speaker of the day, going to Sylvia, our guest. Sylvia, are you still here?
Yeah, thank you.
Sylvia, let me look for her. Sylvia, where are you? I couldn't find her. Sylvia.
Sorry, I just
Sylvia?
realized my camera isn't on.
Okay. Okay, can anyone okay, well done.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Sylvia.
Congratulations. Smile. 1, 2, 3.
for taking up the courage to say yes. Well done. Right. And we have our best evaluator for the day going to Retno. Well done, Retno.
Oh, thank you very
Again,
much. Okay.
Not an easy feat to evaluate table topics. When you have to evaluate 4 table topics. So well done, Retno. Congratulations.
Thank you. Can anyone spotlight Crystal, please? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay, and here's our appreciation. We love to say thank you to all our role players as well. And Wendy, can we go to the next slide? We have Suling. A big thank you for taking up your 2 hours of your time as our general evaluator. Your feedback and everything has been spot on. We'll definitely improve it for our next meetings moving forward. So thank you so much, Suling, for joining Venus Toastmasters for today.
Okay, give me time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Thanks, Retno. Thanks, Wendy. And next we have Venice. Thank you for being our evaluator and spending your time clubbing with us. Retno?
Okay, hold on a second. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the appreciation.
Always welcome to join us again.
Sure, thanks.
And Nadza, thank you so much for joining us as a speech evaluator.
The only man in the house. Yay!
Okay, let me see, Nazar. Anyone can? Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Ready? Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Nazar.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, I would love to extend our gratitude. I hope you're feeling euphoria right now, whereby you had a good time. The last 2 hours was fulfilled. It helps you to grow to the next level. Your skills are being polished. As we always say, we are all being polished day by day, a little bit, that extra 1% compounded over the next 1 year. You will see a drastic pace and a drastic improvement as we look back the past 1 year and look forward towards the next 1 year of our growth and improvement. So once again, thank you everyone for joining Venus Toastmasters. For all the guests and role players, thanks for your time. For all the guests, we hope to see you again. We meet for Venus Toastmasters. We meet on the 1st and 3rd Wednesday of every month. And
Tuesday
of every month. Like I said, a bit anxious here. So we all learn by doing, right? So it's the little mistakes, we claw back and we try again. This is a safe space for everyone to keep on trying again and again and again till we reach the next level of perfection. So once again, everyone, thank you. And we sign off tonight. Good night, everyone. Good night, ladies. And Naza. Good night, Naza.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I stop the recording.